Dear Lord, I give thanks, and I ask that you continue to utilize me as a vessel. Continue to guide my words, my thoughts, my feelings, my sight, my hearing, my speech, my vision, my heart, and my feet in the direction that is most beneficial, not just to myself, but to those people that you have brought closest to me. I give thanks, and I ask that you allow me to continue to provide the most beneficial and accurate messages possible for those people that you feel are in need, deserving, worthy of my time, space, energy, and attention and services. I give thanks to you for everything that you have done, everything that you are doing, and everything that you will do. I pray, Ashe. Greetings, you magical motherfuckers. How you guys doing today? It's me, Kia, the Spiritual Advocate, and I am here with another message for you. I want to know how many of you are familiar with Abraham Hicks. Excuse me, I'm offering free quick readings on my TikTok for people. Ask a question and I'll leave you a recorded response. And someone asked a question this morning pertaining to love, and I don't do too many love readings. I probably need to start doing more, but I went and I pulled out the Love Angels deck, and I started thinking about all the decks that I haven't used in a long time, and I was looking at some of the decks, and one of the decks that came out was the Getting Into the Vortex deck by Abraham Hicks. And I personally fell in love with Abraham Hicks very early on in my conscious spiritual journey, because the whole journey is spiritual, but some of us choose consciously to delve deeper and go as far as we can into that journey. And when I chose to, Abraham Hicks appeared in my life, and the way she broke down energy and who we were, it was definitely revealing. I had revelations about why things happened around me and why certain things were coming to me, and it gave me things to start experimenting with as far as my energy and working with the energy are concerned. And I love this deck because it has a lot of her messages in it. So I want to start by pulling one of the cards from her deck and seeing where Spirit takes us today on this journey of clarity and understanding and manifestation through tarot, oracle, and energy. Okay, so just pulling from the top of the deck. I love this because this is exactly what I learned from her, and I guess it came up because this is something that you guys, whoever this is going to resonate with, also needs to learn. And I'm hearing more specifically, you need to start stamping it in your head. It needs to reverberate through every fiber of your being that I have control over the vibration I offer. I have control over the vibration that I offer. The back of the card reads, once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you're in the vortex. And once you get in there, now you are a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all of the good stuff that you have put there. And you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control over everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of the vibration that you offer. And you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. I'm gonna sit this here and let that just sink in. The key is to gain self-mastery. And how do you gain self-mastery? You gain self-mastery by controlling yourself as a as a vibrational being, an energetically vibrational being, and the things that you encounter in your everyday life, the people who are a staple in your life, the experiences you have are all vibration and have all been brought to you because of who you are as a vibration. And the way, if you are seeking change and transformation in your life, the way to change these things and elevate is to shift your vibration. How do you shift your vibration? You start by being consciously aware of what you're thinking and the words you're choosing to use and how you're choosing to speak over your life. And then you start taking care of the environment that you're in. Not everybody is in a situation where they can just get up and shift vibrations or push people out of, environment, or push people out of the environment. So you have to do small things to begin to start shifting the energy in your environment. This is when you start getting into your spiritual practice more deeply. Are you praying to shift the energy? Are you cleansing yourself in the space to shift the energy? Do you smudge? Do you light candles? Do you have a cup of water sitting in the room, by your bed, under your bed? You can put salt in the corners to shift your energy. And everyone, when they start to consciously move in the space of wanting to transform and shift the energies, they think they have to do everything all at once, or it's gonna, it has to be like these really big efforts and feats in order for you to have these big transformations. And literally, if you start small, if you can't do a whole bunch, if you just begin doing one thing and finding consistency in that one aspect of your practice, the momentum will build on its own. And that's what people tend to forget. It's not just you in this manifestation journey. You have God. You have the energies around you, your ancestors, your spirit guides, angels. Some of us work with Loa, Orisha, and different deities. It doesn't matter. I don't care who is dealing with what, as long as you're dealing with it in a way that is going to elevate the vibration and build on the collective and create a positive transformation in the world. That's what I care about. That's what I teach. But you have to recognize that you have control over the vibration. You have to recognize that you have control over yourself. And no, these transformations may not take effect overnight, but they will never take effect if you don't begin, if you don't start somewhere doing the work. I tell everybody all the time, baby steps get you to the same place that big people steps get you to, but you gotta take the step. Now let's get into these cards. Hold on, my munchkin is here. 1 second, let me make sure he's good before I continue. Okay, let me get some incense on real quick. I love this stuff. All right, let's see what's going on in the tarot. In what ways and what areas are you being called to take more control over your vibration? In other words, take control over your life. Never forget, self-mastery is the key. And that doesn't mean that you have to know everything, achieve everything, reach nirvana in this lifetime. It just means that you always need to be moving toward being the best you that you can be. learning as much as you can to enhance your experience. Figuring out how the things that you learn in your experience can benefit the world, the collective. And I'm hearing a lot of you, big ideas are beautiful. The bigger, the better. But some of you get big ideas and you get overwhelmed by these big ideas. Look at that. What am I saying? You get overwhelmed by these big ideas, right? And it kind of makes you feel, what's the word I'm looking for? It takes the wind out of you. I don't really want to say that you feel defeated, but you lose some of your confidence, you know? And what you're not seeing is you're not going to conquer everything in one big swoop. So you want to take things and piece them off. I'll take the beginning of this thing and I'll work on this and I'll split it up and I'll put it into different categories and I'll get this done. And then once I finish these 3 things, I can put them back together and I can either utilize them to continue on, or I can put them on the side and work on the next component that needs. But you can do things in pieces so that you don't get so overwhelmed. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I look over to the right and I see the next card. Everything is always working out for me. Never forget that. The first card out is the Ace of Pentacles. That's how I like to start a ringing. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. The World. Something has to close out. Something is completing. Out with the old, in with the new. In order to get to that point, you got to step into this fool's journey. You got to be willing to take this risk. Yesterday when I did the reading, that was part of it. Taking that leap of faith, understanding the magical motherfucker that you are. How vibrationally you can't be defeated if you are consciously in the right space. And when you are consciously in the right space and moving correctly, in unison, in resonance with the universe, and you're allowing your journey to be divinely guided, that's when those doors open up. That's when that manifestation rolls in. Those opportunities come in. That's when your life becomes full of abundance more consistently. But you gotta close. You gotta close out that old energy. You got to start fresh, and you got to be willing to step into a new energy. You got to be willing to take the risk. And I've been saying it, it's been coming out my face for the past couple of days. You got to be willing to bet on yourself. Because if you're not going to bet on you, who the fudge is, right? We have the Four of Wands, the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Hangman in the reverse, yes, and this Nine of Swords. The overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Empress. Now what I got when I started pulling this last row out, or these last 2 rows out, excuse me, somebody is experiencing a breakup. I feel like this is speaking to a more feminine energy. There is a breakup, a divorce happening. And in this separation, there might be some fear of being able to manage, maintain, grow, thrive, excel on your own. That is not something that you need to worry about. For some of you, releasing this energy is actually opening up the doorways for the new energy that is in alignment with you to come in. You had to go through this and learn certain lessons so you'd be prepared for what's coming next. And in certain cases, there is a new partner coming in, but you gotta, wow. they said you gotta save yourself. This is not for everybody, I already know that. But for some of you, or for one of you, whoever it's for, it's time for you to become your own savior, to let this energy go so that you can move forward. And what did the card say when we first started? The Abraham Hicks card. You see this Ace of Swords energy. It's time for you to release the old way of thinking and allow this new way of thinking to come in. You need to clear your mind, and you need to recognize what they're saying is your success is not dependent upon somebody else. Your success is not rooted in somebody else's actions. It's all about you. And it's all about you letting that thought process go so you can release that anxiety and continue to move forward, continue to grow. Okay? You got to be better to yourself. You got to be better to yourself. And you got to give yourself the space, the time, and the opportunity to grow. Okay? The Ace of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. Competition. I'm slow. The Five of Wands. Listen, I'm not going back into those. I'm finished with those readings for the past few days. Like, this is a totally new energy. It's all connected. I know I can't help it. There is no competition. The only person you should be in competition with is yourself. I'm hearing that's your biggest competition. Like, even if you think somebody outside of you is competing with you, so what? Who gives a flying fudge, right? You're in competition with yourself because mentally you're battling right now. Your conscious and your subconscious have gloved the fuck up and they ready for war. Your conscious is trying to keep you moving forward in that space that makes you feel good and makes you feel elevated and brings blessings into your experience and opens up the pathways and doorways on your journey and always puts you in the spot that is most conducive to where you're trying to go. Like, that's where the conscious is trying to keep you, always looking forward, always feeling better, always growing. And the subconscious is trying to distract you because it feels comfortable in a space that it knows. The conscious knows you have to move into a new space and it might be uncomfortable, but that's how you're going to get to where you want to go. The subconscious is like, no, I can't leave this spot until I let this chick know what she did and how I feel about it, until I get payback on that dude for breaking my heart and making me feel some type of way. That's what the subconscious does. It gives you frivolous bullshit things to just chatter about with yourself in your brain. And tell yourself more lies about what's going on. And these things that you're focused on in the subconscious have nothing to do with where you want to be. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't bring you any blessings, any clarity. It just keeps you stuck. And right now, it's that battle going on. You versus you. And what did I say earlier? Sometimes it's about changing the environment, and you can't physically, you might not be in a space where you can physically move things and people out of the environment, but you can always find a place of solitude. If you can't physically shift or move or change or transform the environment you're in, you can move yourself to a new environment. And even if you can't move yourself permanently into that new environment, you better figure out how to snatch some moments, how to go sit your ass on the beach or in the grass at the park, and how to just be one with yourself, and how to go inside and allow those thoughts to roll and come through, because that's where the clarity comes. Meditation is not always about clearing your mind of everything. Sometimes you need to let those thoughts flow. You need to let them come up on that screen and make sense to you. You need to be able to see them in your face and prioritize without the voices of other people getting in the way and interfering with your thought process. You need to be able to consciously see these things seep into the universe, seep into the ground, leave your body. You need to ask the planets and the plants and the trees and the grass to help you heal. Let them suck all of those things out of your root chakra. Plant your feet into the ground and let these things seep out the bottom of your feet into the planet. It's built to sustain and to nurture. It doesn't just take, plant life doesn't just take oxygen or carbon dioxide and give us oxygen. You got to recognize, it's like Avatar. We connect to these plants, to these trees, to nature. So you're also exchanging energy. You get me? Let it work with you, for you, and through you, please. And by shifting not only mentally but emotionally, being more compassionate, more understanding, more loving with yourself, you'll begin to put an end to this inner conflict. Finding that space of solitude will show you exactly what it is you need to get what you need to get from the universe. Reciprocity is such a big thing, and people who are spiritually inclined, who recognize themselves as givers, they're so willing to give, and they don't always get what they're supposed to be getting back in return, you know? And one thing we have to recognize is, just because I give it to this location doesn't mean it's going to come back to me from that location. So if you give something to someone, don't hold a grudge. Don't be angry when they say, fuck you, I don't have it, I can't give it, I'm not going to get whatever it is. Say, okay, no problem, let it go. That's how you control your vibration. You don't get mad at them, you give them to God. I pray for their safety and their clarity. You do what you need to do with them so that they learn their lessons. But protect me on my path, because I'm going to keep moving forward. And I recognize, even though it didn't work out the way I anticipated, you've always got me covered, and it's always coming back to me. I give thanks. I pray, Ashe. That's how you work that energy. That's how you control your vibration. That's how you move into self-mastery. I get attacked on a regular basis. I could give two fucks about any of them. I don't put no negative energy. I pray for every single one of you. Because if you're attacking me, it's something wrong with you. And it's not for me to be angry that there's something wrong with you if I'm a person who is here to heal. I want you to heal. I want you to run through your journey at full capacity. I want you to get all the lessons that you're supposed to get. But it's not my job to give you that lesson. That's God's job. That's between you and your Lord. So all I can pray is that the Lord handles you the way He knows He needs to handle you, and you get what you're supposed to get out of it. And in the interim, I can be over here protected, and He puts that barricade up between the two of us. That's why y'all doing shit and it's not hitting me. Because I know how to work this energy. And that's what you guys need to understand. How to work this energy. Because when you start working that energy and that reciprocity start coming in, it's raining money, baby. It's raining abundance. Pentacles are often associated with wealth and money. But pentacles are not necessarily just money. Pentacles are physical in tarot. It's the physical things. Anything physical that comes into your life, adds on to your life, is a benefit to your life. Or it can be stuff that's taken away. It depends on how the cards fall. But this is shit that's coming in. And it's coming in with your shift in perspective, your shift in your vibration, you taking accountability and taking control over it. And this is what I was just saying with this, I see this Queen of Swords. When you the queen, it don't matter what other people are thinking or what they feeling. Because you know you became the queen for a reason. So you make the rules. You make the choices. You dictate how your life is going to run. You make your boundaries clear and you stick to them. And if people cross those boundaries, off with their head. And of course, I mean that metaphorically. You can't come in my space. And if you sneak into my space on some undercover shit, when I discover you, you're gone. It's that simple. It's that simple. You need to be in a space of really being focused on what it is you're trying to manifest. What is the experience you want to have? And I always hear this, there's always somebody out there who is not clear on exactly what they want to do. They know they want to do something, they know they want to gain things, but they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, excuse me. And if that is the case, then your objective right now is to start doing things. What do you like? What has spoken to your spirit recently? What's something new that you might not have thought to do that, you know, it might open you up to something new. But get active, do something. Because when you start making causes, and I said it yesterday in the reading, I don't give a fuck if you just get up and take a walk around your neighborhood. A lot of times, most of the time, when that energy is stagnant, a simple walk in the park, a simple walk around the block will shift the energy. The blood starts flowing and your mind starts working. You get me? And then that clarity can come in. But you need to get clear on what it is that you want to manifest. For some of you. Let's see what else we get. Judgment. Death. Now, the world card came out under this death energy, right? And this is the way I describe the world and the death, because they're both cards that denote endings in something. The death card doesn't necessarily mean someone is dying. It means transformation. One season ending for a new season to begin. One chapter ending for a new chapter to begin. That's how I look at the death card. The world card, I look at more so as the chapter. It's like, fuck the chapter, the book is over and we're not going back. When the death comes out with the world card, especially when it lands on top, like the worry and the anxiety that you often have moving into a new situation because you're so focused on what you just experienced and not wanting to experience, because you haven't taken a moment between these experiences to allow your body and your mind and your heart and your spirit to heal from the trauma. You get me? So you're moving into the next situation still carrying this trauma, right? It's no reason for you to move into this next phase of your experience with any trauma from the previous experience attached to you when this death in this world card comes out. Because it can't follow you. Even if you tried, it's not going to follow you. And then we have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So the space that you're moving into, or the space you could be moving into, because you are going to consciously start taking control of your vibration, it's going to be that space that leaves you totally unfazed and unbothered by the bullshit. I like how the Emperor energy comes out. Now, mind you, the overall energy at the bottom of the deck when we started was the Empress, right? But I like how the Emperor energy comes out right here, smack dab in the middle under this death card, right? And then it's followed by Justice. I've been saying this for the past couple of days in these readings. Have you ever heard that saying? How does it go? The world doesn't revolve around you. Yes, the fuck it does. Yes, the fuck it does. Your world revolves around you. You are the sun. And everybody and everything that comes into your world is centered around you. And it's up to you to put everything in its proper place and order. Okay? And I feel it in my spirit. Some people are not going to like that I say that, but that's because they don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. So if you don't like it, oh well. Elevate, nigga. I didn't mean to say that, but I said it, so oh well. But yeah, elevate yourself and figure it out. But don't come for nobody if they start running around talking about this is my world. Because it is. That's how that's how creation works. I am a singular point on a grid, and everything that I am thinking and creating with my thoughts and my energy is starting from me. I'm the point of origin for my experience, and it radiates out. That's how that works. And I am engulfed in it. It's surrounding me. So, yeah, this is my world. And your world is your world. And their world is their world. Do we share a collective world? We do. But you're the leader in this world. So it's up to you to be in control of your vibration. And that's going to set the tone. You don't have to push people there and tell them what to do and be a boss or be a boss, but don't be bossy. You get me? Be the leader that you were born to be. And things will fall into place naturally. And that's why I like this justice card. Mind you, the judgment came out up here. So you go through your transformation. You let God and the universe and your guides and your ancestors and all these energies that are working for your greatest good do what they need to do. And they will open that path for you. They will create the way for you. And those things that you've been trying to take control over and shift and change in the total wrong way, when you start fucking with the energy and you start becoming that vibrational master, you don't have to worry about even speaking to shit. You can literally sit there and say, I don't like this. I don't want this anywhere around me. And then you'll get a call 2 minutes later like, yeah, I don't know what happened, but so-and-so got transferred. Or we're no longer, doing this, so this is how we're going to switch it up. Do you have any ideas on how to make it better? Like, that's the way the world works when you become in control of yourself vibrationally. You are a magical motherfucker. Get up and look in the mirror every single morning and say it 3 times. I'm a magical motherfucker. I'm a magical motherfucker. I am a magical motherfucker. I make things happen. I create my world. Listen. Start planning. Start figuring out exactly what it is that you want to do. I'm over 30 minutes. I'm going to move into this last deck and see what comes out for you guys with this. You have so many things to see and do and discover. So many people to touch and heal and work with. I'm hearing prophesy. Some of you do what I do. A lot of you do what I do. Like, I focus. It's my objective to be a support and an assistant to those spiritually inclined beings who recognize themselves as people of service. We are here to help elevate, build onto in a positive way, and guide the collective community into a higher space of vibration. And those are the people that I speak to mostly. I speak to everyone, but that's my target audience. The people who have been through it and understand it, who can't necessarily go to anyone else or trust anyone else. I'm here for you because I understand what it is to not have anyone there for me. To be trying to give people their life, like literally. And they're not getting it. Hold on a second, something fell. I'm in a tight corner, so I'm gonna pull this for a second. Okay, so, whew. 2 cards fell out. The first card is the Animal Shaman. Animal spirits, spiritual healer, nature. What the fuck have I been saying? What the fuck have I been saying? Take your happy ass outside, sit in the sand, sit in the grass, let the sun beam on your face, hug a fucking tree, do what you need to do, but reconnect. Tap into source, tap into the planet, tap into yourself, be the magical motherfucker that you are. And then we have clown, jester of laughter, comedy, mask, performer. And I'm loving the fact that it's going to fall right here on this death card. I have a couple of things to say about this energy, but I'm going to pull the rest of these cards real quick before I get into it. We have Captain, Rider. I said I was going to look this word up the other day so I could pronounce it properly, and I never looked it up, and now I'm sitting here feeling doy-yoy. Ascetic. I don't know why I couldn't pronounce it the other day. I just looked down and it was like, it made sense. Ascetic. Seeker of self-restraint, abstinence, purification, discipline. Safeguard. The security guard. Safeguard is what came out. There's a reason safeguard came out. If you get it, you get it. It was for you. Now, for those of you that it didn't hit a certain way, the way it hit me was, this is what you need to do. You need to safeguard yourself. You need to safeguard your property. And for a lot of you, I'm getting the sense it's intellectual property that they're speaking of. Because it's a craft that we're talking about. Especially with this writer here before it. Listen. If you've seen the last 4 videos, you know this card keep coming out. Yesterday, the Captain card came out. It was here, though. The Spy keep, like, they're not sticky. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to pick these 3 cards up, and I'm going to put them back in the deck, and I'm going to pick 3 more, because this is not, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit is trying to drill it into your head, that they keep coming out, and they keep coming out together every time I use this deck. Listen. So, you are a magical motherfucker. Y'all take this how you're supposed to take it. Because it's going to hit differently for everybody. But for all of you, you are a magical motherfucker. Some of you need to start putting things down on paper. Whether it's you writing out a plan, it could be a business plan. It could just be you writing down an outline. Some of you, I'm hearing you might need to write a proposal. Some of you, it's simply, you just need to start journaling, because that's when you become your master manifester. When you start putting shit on paper. You get me? But whatever it is, you need to start putting it together. You need to start chefing it up, as I've been saying with this card. You need to become, it says the culinary maestro. Isn't maestro another word for master? Right? That's another word for master. I could be wrong, but I doubt it, because I'm pretty good with the root of words. But whatever it is, you're proficient at it, and you should be sharing it. Now, I laughed at this clown card because this is part of that energy that fell out on the death and the world card. You got a lot of clowns in your midst, and you need to stop fucking with these people. They're a distraction. They are the manifestation of your subconscious. And they are the total opposite of who you are when you are of your conscious self. They are the manifestation of your subconscious. Your conscious self wants to be in this energy. Seeker of self-restraint, abstinence, purification, discipline. And it's coming back out, so I'm going to say it again. Some of y'all got some people spying on y'all. We don't care. Fuck them people. They spying because you the truth. They either trying to figure out how they can be you or how they can stop you. And they can't do either of the two. So we don't give two quacks about them, okay? You have to recognize you are the navigator of your destiny. You are the leader. You're making the decisions over your life. It's your objective to keep yourself grounded in the center of your universe and to be so vibrationally on point that everything that moves around you moves exactly the way you need it to move in perfect unison for you to have the experience you want to have. You need to recognize that it is imperative for you to safeguard yourself, protect yourself mentally, energetically, spiritually, and physically. Okay? And the spy and detective card, literally the last 3 readings, they have come out with each other. It didn't read the same way yesterday, but it's coming across that way today. You're a precious being. And listen, people are coming for you. They can't really touch you, so it's not for you to be worried about. It's for you to have some understanding. So when you start seeing people drop like flies around you, you understand why. Because they came for someone that they shouldn't have fucking come for. You get me? The truth is going to come out if they're lying on you. If they're trying to be deceptive to other people about you. If they're trying to pass your work and shit off as if it's their own. The truth is going to come out. You don't have to fight. You don't have to be in conflict with anyone. All you have to do is keep being the best, most magical version of yourself that you can be. And the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is researcher. So these energies have been going hand in hand. Not only are you being researched, but there's research you need to do. Because as you shift into this new energy and you close out that old book, you need to start opening up new books. And you need to start figuring out how to not only elevate in what it is you do in the physical experience, but how to elevate yourself energetically, spiritually, vibrationally. I'm going to shuffle this, pull one last card to close out the reading. One message of love and empowerment and growth and healing for you. And then I will bid you adieu, right? I'm going to pull it from the middle. I want it to look like this. Pick a card, any card. Let's see if I pick the card that you see. Did I pick your card? Is this the card that you picked? It says, our source is one of love, not condemnation. Our source is one of love, not condemnation. I fucking love it. And on the back it says, when you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you will begin to recognize the nature of your broader, non-physical desires. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because the subject of your thought is wrong, but instead because you are condemning something that your source does not condemn. Your source is one of love, not of condemnation. I love you guys. Stay magical, and I will see you later.